or the school director, depending on who is in charge of the school. But you just discover that some of those comments tilt towards where this child's career path lies. Oh well, for a lot of us, this was our reality. According to Tuya Nakoya, you know him, the Guinness World Record holder for chess, a bit, right? You know him. He said something. One of my greatest regrets in life was letting the teachers in my secondary school convince us that art class was for dullards and science class was for the smartest students. I was excellent at debates, I loved words and really wanted to be a lawyer, but they wouldn't let me. They made that choice for me before I understood what it meant. I'm pretty sure this was a moment that altered the trajectory of the lives of so many Nigerian kids. Now, we're talking about that monumental decision, usually around GSS 3 or SS1. For some schools, it's after SS1. For other schools, after you write your junior WAEC, from the results of your junior WAEC, once you get into senior secondary school, you're already divided. SS1 Arts and SS1 Science, or SS1 Science A and SS1 Science B and SS1 Art A. In my school, it was from SS2. Yes. So in SS1, everybody will study everything. But there was a way they were doing this thing that I didn't quite understand until now. They will move some of us to SS1A and the rest to go to SS1B. So it was subtle. And it all happened from the results we had in our WAEC, right? Now, SS1A, they say they are the smartest kids. Those people used to feel fly, like say tomorrow, no day. And for those of us in SS2, SS1B, they will say, although some of us art students were in SS1A because we excelled at both science and art subjects. Right? But the school did not want to hear that. They looked at your results and they automatically decided for you. The school decided you were going to be a science or an art student. And that's the core of the issue, isn't it? For so many of us, this wasn't an informed, guided choice. It was a trajectory altering assignment based on perceived academic hierarchy. We were taught that the only path to success, to respect, was through courses like or subjects or courses like medicine, engineering, or maybe even accounting, because you had to be good with the numbers to actually be an accountant, right? Anything in the arts, the humanities, the social sciences was treated as a fallback option. Now, the tragedy here is that the student who was an excellent debater, the one whose brain was wired for legal reasoning and persuasive argument, was potentially redirected into a field where they could never truly excel or even find fulfillment. This culture, this idea of the art-science divide, I'm pretty sure it altered things for the lives of thousands of Nigerian kids. It didn't just limit their future, it limited their self-worth and their shared diversity of talent that our nation needed. So I want to hear from us this afternoon. This is your chance. Were you one of those students? Because I could remember those of us who went to the art class from SS2. The science student had a way of subtly yabbing us. Sometimes it was even profound. They tell you how they go to chemistry labs and how they are touching acid and base. They tell you how they know the elements, all of that. They tell you how their head is on fire with mathematics. And those of us in the art class, they try to make us feel like all we do is Bible knowledge, commerce, economics, accounting, biology. We still did biology. What's this other one now? Literature. They made it seem like we're doing small things while they were doing big things. However, I actually know some people that were in those science classes, they didn't know jack. But then again, 2 questions. Did your secondary school actively steer you towards or away from a particular subject stream? And how did that decision impact your life path? Or for you, was it a different case? You decided, or did your parents decide? Question number 2. What is the ethical responsibility of a school or a teacher when they advise a student on their future career path? Should they prioritize our nation's perceived economic needs or the individual student's potential and passion? Again, I go over the questions. Did your secondary school actively steer you towards or away from a particular subject stream? And how did that decision impact your life path? And second question, what is the ethical responsibility of a school or a teacher when they advise a student on their future career path? Should they prioritize the nation's perceived economic needs or the individual student's potential and passion? Let's talk. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number for your WhatsApp and Telegram messages is 0809-030-6416. Again, 0809-030-6416. It is my sister. Please, to what enchanted island do yo travel to? Will it ever come back? Hashtag Oma. Oh, you missed that? Don't worry, we'll come back tomorrow. Nigerian folk, good afternoon and welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Prince Will Benson.
Prince Will Benson, thank you for joining us.
Okay, I'm a teacher and
You're a teacher, yay! These are the people I love to have this conversation with.
Yes. There's always been a bandwagon about the science students and the art students. I study accounting. I teach financial accounting for a living.
Oh, that's good.
So when I speak with my students, I tell them about the nitty-gritty of what they are studying. Because there are some chemistry teachers, biology teachers, physics teachers, and the rest. When I look at them, they don't even have the base of what they are teaching. If we should be on the normal limelight, I don't think some of them, they're not even working. So, but it has always been like that. You always look at the art class like the dollars. So that I think when all else fails, you bounce back to the art. But what I advise students is this: if you know that yes, you're very vocal, you believe that yes, you can actually do the art class, go to the art class. Let nobody deceive you that you're great, electrifying. You should be in the science. Nobody should ask you. My parents didn't ask me. I did mathematics, but I ended up in the commercials because that is what I chose to do. So the problem is not like there's a book that one of my principal do. He was vice principal before he became a principal. The title of the book is "Whose Fault Is It?" That book was actually talking about examination malpractice and career line. Whose fault is it? So this thing we are talking about art and science, it has been a debate from time immemorial. It will not stop. It will not even stop because it will keep going on. But if we remove that bandwagon, if we keep talking to our students, keep talking to our children, we keep talking to our colleagues, that look, don't look at this set of persons like they are the lower class. No, it's not like that. Protect your own territory. If you're an art student, if you're an art teacher, protect your territory. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you to accounts teacher. Nigerian folk, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Yeah, Dennis, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's me, Peter Gad.
You're welcome.
Peter Gad, calling from Mahoda.
Welcome, Peter.
Okay. What a student to me is supposed to know a particular area of study that he or she is very good at before selecting, we'll call it selection of subjects. If not for this SSC group now, when we were in class 5 those days, by class 4, you're supposed to know the subject you have to choose. And now, the academic system has actually changed because I discovered that some teachers even kind of create this segregational thought about sciences and art. That shouldn't be. Unfortunately, the system is just as insane. Normally, a school is supposed to have a particular section on the staff that does the job of guidance and counseling. Call the students, you check their records, you advise them, you will be good in medicine, you will be good in physics, you are good in engineering, you are very good in art, especially the literary work, our world, yes. Those who can now tell you what a square is, devise a version of unity, even each of the society, you can just act a drama on it. So we have materials like that.
How many schools have guidance counseling departments, and if they do, how many of them are actually functional? It may shock you to know, but my primary school back then, we had a guidance counselor. She had an office to herself. Students could actually go to her office and have conversations with her about subjects they were struggling with. And she was trained. She didn't just get the title. She was trained for the job. I mean, one of these days during my undergraduate years in school, I ran into her and I called her by her name. And sometimes the teachers do not recognize the students. It's the students that would always. And I said, Ma, you were my guidance counselor at XYZ school. And the school was not such a big school. If I tell you the name of the school, it will shock you. Should I say it? Just Police Children's School there at Odua Road, opposite railway.
So that's the thing. That's the thing.
And but these days we have secondary schools that do not. I was looking at some people's, because I have neighbors, of course, and once in a while when they come back with results, we just go over them together, and I see teachers' comments, and I'm like, is this the only thing that they are going to write? I mean, they're supposed to help us, the parents, understand what exactly is happening to our children in school.
Yes, to have a focus, the direction. You're correct. But that is not obtainable now. So that's the situation for ourselves.
All right. Thank you, Peter. Someone says, and those science students, they like wearing glasses to intimidate the art students. Come on, stop that. Stop that. What's wrong with you? But it's not a lie. I didn't just see them and you're like, going to a doctor. But there were some of them that were struggling in the sciences. There were some of them whose passion tilted towards the sciences, but their grades did not seem like it. Maybe all they needed was just some extra supervision, some extra efforts, some extramural classes here and there to brush them up, if only the teachers could spot the potential. But I tried pushing students to the art class because you feel like they know sabi anything. And then pushing some students to the sciences because you feel like these ones are the ones where their brain they hot. Again, did your secondary school actively steer you towards or away from a particular subject stream? And how did that decision impact your life path? Because I have met a lot of Nigerian graduates. And everyone keeps saying this. They were running away from mathematics. That was why they ended up in the art.